Joyce, Trump offered a new excuse for taking classified documents. He said he wanted them for his presidential library. Give me your take on that, and specifically, how would that excuse play out in court?
Right, so I'm going to try my hardest to keep a straight face as we discuss these most recent strands of spaghetti Trump is trying to get to stick to the wall, because this is maybe the worst of the defenses he's put forward. Saying that he wanted these materials for his library, assuming he plans on building one, in no way is exculpatory. It doesn't forgive him from taking documents. It doesn't permit him to possess classified information. If this was the truth, and one suspects it's not, because had it been, certainly this is what they would have said to the National Archives early on, but had it been the truth, the archives would have been happy to take possession of these materials, to store them properly so that they could be combed through at the right time to go into the library. But one thing that you and I both know is true based on our past government service is none of those materials that we've seen in DOJ's photograph, the exhibit photograph, that are top secret.
Yeah, we're back.
SCI classification and access to review them. None of those materials will
We
ever be
are
uncovered.
back. And before we get started here,
Shout out to the community. Please join us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and Amazon Music.
there's always murder, right? Listen, this situation with Donald Trump, the classified documents, gets even murkier. I'm one who enjoys a little newsy coverage. I've been known to be a fan of quite a few news shows, okay? More specifically, Rachel Maddow on MSNBC. It's kind of sad for me that I won't see her on television every night. But listen, I like Michael Cohen's take on the whole matter. Again, Donald Trump, all right, managed to get classified documents out of the White House. They were found during a thank you, Third Eye. Hey, they were found during obviously an FBI raid on his Mar A Lago resort, okay, in his personal office. Right, as of right now, it is suspected that Donald Trump took over 11,000 documents, and unfortunately, once the FBI raided, it was discovered that several top secret, classified, and secret documents are missing. They are not in their folders. The documents are still missing. The fear here is that Donald Trump will damage the national security of the United States of America. That's the fear here. Give me just a second here, y'all. Oh, sorry about that. Let me fix that. Yes. Okay. So basically, think about this for a second. All right. The United States has enemies, and obviously Donald Trump would have access to this information, right? That could be damaging, like what we may know about some countries, some organizations out there, right? We don't know what was consisted in those top secret and classified documents, right? We're talking top secret here. The FBI, really the Department of Justice, is coming out and they're saying, listen, we think Trump concealed and removed classified documents from Mar A Lago. They're not there. Could Donald Trump sell these documents on the black market? Could he use it to gain immunity in some country somewhere, right? Could he use it to, just in case the Fed seizes money? I mean, anything, right? Would he sell these top secrets? What is he doing with them? No president, outgoing president, should be taking or removing any classified documents at all, period. Any sort of documents that are created during a presidency, it goes out to the National Archives after the president's presidency. And then that's the other thing. Unbelievably, we're sitting here in the news cycle talking about how Donald Trump is rallying. MSNBC, CNN, you two specifically, please don't show his rallies on your television. It's bad enough Fox News gives him that type of airtime. But we don't, back when he was running the first time, all right, we've seen his rallies. They sort of scaled back on his rallies, all right. They're trying, they're really trying to mute Trump as much as they can. I mean, even so much as the Google Play Store not admitting Truth Social into, I know, was it Apple? No, it was Google. It was Google that said no. Basically blocked 49% of the market out, right? Donald Trump is going to have to make that app available for download on his own. But most people find their apps in the Play Store, right? But again, I like Michael Cohen's take on it. And I think the reason why is because I watched him go from fierce defending of Donald Trump to now basically airing his ass out completely, right? Airing those butt cheeks right on out, okay? But I feel like Michael Cohen always has like a bit of a dramatic take on things sometimes, but at the end of the day, who worked with Donald Trump more or longer than him and the Alan Weisselberg guy who just pled guilty to various tax fraud charges for the Trump organization, right? Oh my God, this whole thing is busting out the seams. And the fact that we watched Donald Trump become basically a traitor in our eyes. He is a traitor for this country. He is a traitor, okay? His relationship with Vladimir Putin is more important to him than anything regarding the country in which he was supposed to be serving as president. Okay. Committing crime after crime after crime. And again, I do like Michael Cohen's take on it because who would know him better? But see, Michael Cohen brings very valid points to the news cycle that regards to these classified documents, I know for a fact he's hit on something, right? But I did not know until, of course, watching Michael Cohen's TikTok. Yes, y'all, I'm out on TikTok now, believe it or not. About how I had no idea Donald Trump actually removed these classified documents from the actual United States of America. Did you all know this? Did you all know that Donald Trump took over 20 plus boxes of classified documents on vacation with him out of the country? Did you know this? Did you know this? Again, I can't keep up with every single little thing, right? But this ain't little, and I'm just now catching it, right? But again, I love these
Alrighty,
videos.
TikTokers, it's another Michael Cohen Reacts. Just when you thought fucking crazy couldn't get crazier, what did we just find out? More than 300 documents. New York Times reported more than 300 documents, classified documents, are sitting at Mar A Lago. Now, Donald Trump, on top of that, has decided that he's going to represent himself. Now, look, I don't support Donald Trump. I wouldn't give that motherfucker a single dollar of my money. But if they would put this on pay-per-view, who wouldn't pay to watch this idiot, this incompetent fool sit there and try to represent himself? Could you imagine they could start to order in the corner, goes, I'm kind of thirsty. Someone give me a Diet Coke. Right? I mean, how stupid does this man have to be? It's sort of like, you have appendicitis deciding to take your appendix out yourself. This guy has no fucking clue anymore what he's doing. He is unhinged. He's lost. But here's the part that's driving me batshit crazy. He's gone up in the polls for Republicans that are supporting him. Supporting him for what? For treason? I mean, for God's sakes, when is the Republican Party going to wake up? Which is why I'm so thankful that Mea Culpa is killing it. The movement is going strong. I mean, we're now number 26 on all Apple podcasts. Why? Because the movement is growing. And that way, come November and then the general election, we can all work together to ensure that all of these fucking lunatics are voted out of office and we can bring this country back to sanity. Stay tuned, folks.
Baby.
Alrighty, TikTokers. It's
Now remember, again, Michael Cohen is a attorney by trade, right? I don't know if he's practicing. I don't know what the laws are. I don't know what status is of his law license. Okay. But I'm not, who's going to sit up here and say this is not an incredibly intelligent man? Okay. Obviously, Donald Trump trusted for many years to do many things. I really, really just want to say this, and it's not because I've heard anything. It's just that I want Michael Cohen to be careful because people look at these sets of views that he's getting on these videos. Look at this. I mean, he's damn near hitting 1 million views on this shit. Okay. And it's not shit, right? He's damn near hitting 1 million views, right? But don't ever post your location while you're there. That sort of a thing, because there are some really insane people that are writing for Donald Trump. Okay. They are ready to kill for him. We seen what they did at the Capitol on January 6th. Who could ever forget that, right? And we're talking about he's rallying. Huh? He wants the presidency again? Huh? After that, so what? You're going to give him a second chance to do right what he didn't do right the first time? He may fuck around and sever a piece of the United States for himself. Let him get some military control. You don't think Donald Trump ain't been reading up on how to commit a coup d'etat successfully? Even better the second time around. He's the type of guy, he does not want to relinquish power or anything, but this gets better, right? This gets better.
This is Michael Cohen from Michael Cohen Reacts. I don't know if everybody here has seen this, but the Washington Post today put out an article called Trump Takes Boxes of Material on Trips Around the World for No Reason. And it's written by this guy, Jason Misiak. Now, Jason, let me be very clear, considering I know this Mandarin Mussolini extremely well. Donald doesn't take boxes of material around the world for no reason at all. He took it for nefarious reasons. I've been saying now for months, and finally, and I mean finally, people are beginning to listen and they're beginning to repeat it. Nothing that Donald Trump is doing is for the benefit of you, for me, for the American people, for this country. This is all about him. And I stand firm when I say that Donald wants to use this in order to hold the country hostage. That's his goal. His goal, because he knows his ass is in the grinder right now. He knows he's cooked, that he's going to use this information that, look, for all we know, he's already given it away, but there's definitely more that's there. He's going to use this in order to ensure that he doesn't spend the rest of his natural life behind bars charged with treason. So TikTokers, please take a look at that article, enjoy, and just watch. My prediction, indictments are coming soon.
I hope so. I hope so. What? What the hell's going on? Swear to God, man. The way that Donald Trump, man, positioned himself, got his hands on all that classified material. You mean to tell me that Donald Trump then took the materials on vacation with him? You mean those classified documents have actually left the shores of the United States? That little tidbit somehow missed. Okay. Let me see if I can bring that article up. I mean, why would you be taking this classified information on a world vacation, on any sort of vacation. And then, of course, these boxes were found at Mar A Lago. Mar A Lago. Are you kidding me, man? So crooked. Donald Trump he's the epitome of crooked as fuck. And I cannot believe how some of y'all are just still supporting him. I don't get it. So the fear here is that Trump may have already given away top secret information from these documents. He may have already just given it away while traveling. Again, Michael Cohen was President Donald Trump's personal lawyer for 12 years. He believes that Trump may have given away top secret information while traveling around the world during his tenure in the White House. Again, Cohen had reacted to that recent article by the Washington Post that reported on how Trump would take unorganized boxes of classified documents with him on overseas trips and stored them in hotel rooms, even in countries that were considered adversaries to the United States. Stephanie Grisham, who served as White House press secretary under Trump, also told the Post that documents the former president sent for would often just disappear. Again, as Michael Cohen said, quote, Donald does not take boxes of material around the world for no reason at all. He took it for nefarious reasons, end quote. He also said that Trump would try to use this classified information to ensure that he doesn't spend the rest of his natural life behind bars, not only charged with treason, but a host of other shit, okay? There's a host of things going on here. He had previously theorized, and we had talked about it over here too, that the former president had intended to use that classified information that he was keeping at his home in Mar A Lago as a bargaining chip in case he was ever at risk of being indicted or jailed. Michael Cohen believes that the second that they put him in handcuffs, he will turn around and say, you don't seem to understand. I have the documentation showing, for example, where our nuclear launch pads are or other information, sensitive national security information. Cohen suggested a situation in which Trump could threaten to have his supporters release the top secret information to Russia or Iran. Remember, back in 2018, Michael Cohen had pled guilty to committing crimes, including tax evasion, campaign finance violations, and bank fraud, sentenced to 3 years in prison. The New York Supreme Court did disbar him back in February 2019, but as far as I'm concerned, Michael Cohen did his time. Like a motherfucking G at that. Period. Like, the way he handled that, it was good, because once the FBI raided his home, Michael Cohen's home, and Donald Trump did nothing to help him, that's when Michael Cohen woke up. Why is Donald Trump still free? And let me guess, it's because he's the former president, right? That's why, right? Because he is the former president, right? Because that's why he's still walking around free, possibly having sold classified secrets, and we know it. And we're letting him run again for president. The truth is, the longer that he's running around free like that, the more dangerous he is. But here's a very important part to note, which not a lot of people are talking about, and I think it's probably a good thing that not a lot of people are talking about. But it is very important to note this, that Donald Trump's passport was seized by the FBI during that FBI raid on his resort. So right now, Donald Trump cannot leave the country. Here, I'll put his TikTok handle in the chat here for you guys. It's Michael Cohen _ on TikTok, and it is Michael Cohen 212 on Twitter. You got to search. It's just Michael Cohen. You'll find it. But again, the FBI has raided his Mar A Lago home. He's also facing 3 criminal investigations, currently also a civil investigation, 4 lawsuits, and an indictment against the Trump organization over what prosecutors say was a payroll tax dodge scheme. One of these lawsuits, by the way, that were filed against Trump was filed by Michael Cohen. He is seeking $20 million in damages for the time he spent behind bars, in which he lied to Congress about Donald Trump's dealings. He actually lied to Congress for him. That's why it was so, I think, naturally good to see when he turned and when you knew it was for real. It's like he had woke up, right? And been like a veil around the dude, right? It was foggy. He couldn't see. Finally, they put him up in that federal penitentiary, and he turned. Good for him. Donald Trump doesn't care about anyone but himself. He's a fat, slouchy, gross, orange traitor. I've been calling him a traitor probably since his first couple of months in office, to be honest. Honestly, I've been calling Donald Trump a traitor since his first day in office. Actually, I know the very moment that I felt that in my heart his first day in office, when he sat down with the ambassador from Russia, proceeded to, in the Oval Office, no doubt, right? Also, it was the first group from a foreign country they decided to sit down with. And there was already questions going on about his relationship with Russia. The P-tape, okay? Shout out to Timothy McGlynn. I see you. The P-tape, okay? The P-tape. Y'all remember the P-tape, right? When Donald Trump went to Moscow for his Miss Universe pageant. He had a whole party, like 10 prostitutes. And apparently, Donald Trump likes to be urinated on. He likes golden showers. And these things were recorded, okay? This came out in the Christopher Steele dossier. Even before he was elected, okay? And we don't even want to get to talking about the numerous lawsuits that he has settled regarding sexual allegations, which I've actually talked about in a documentary that was aired in over 90 countries. The very epitome of, I think, of somebody who feels like he does no wrong, right? Like nobody can touch him. Like he's almost God himself. What's that saying? God is gonna, yeah, that part. I don't know if Michael Cohen will ever see his $20 million. But again, I think he's making a pretty good run at this time. Like his views are blowing up. That's because people are really interested in what he's saying. And I just love the fact of how he's sticking to those main points. But I do really, really encourage him to stay safe. That's my concern because, what are you going to do with enemies, right, that are saying these things and putting these ideas in people's heads, right? I don't want him, somehow mysteriously jumping off of some New York tower somewhere, skyscraper or some shit, right? We just watched the Bed Bath & Beyond CFO, by the way. He was running a whole pump and dump scheme on Bed Bath & Beyond stock just last year over a period of a few months, right? Made millions of dollars, pumped the stock up to almost $40 a share, then dumped it, sold out, sold high, sold out from all the other shareholders at the top. And then as the stock dropped, of course, they weren't really holding anymore. The CFO jumped to his death over the weekend. Yeah, in New York City. You've probably heard about how Bed Bath & Beyond is shuttering all their stores, right? They're closing all their stores. There's going to be a 20% layoff at their company. And these entitled, puckered ass, elite, as they call them, entitled little bitches who stole money from their shareholders are just jumping off New York skyscrapers now, right? And we don't want no confusion like that happening, right? And I'm sure Michael Cohen is considerate of his safety. It's just that the things that he is up against is kind of scary. Again, there's people that would die and kill for Donald Trump. So that's it. That's all, y'all. I'm out of here. Until next time.